The rain fell like liquid mercury on Zilara, each droplet shimmering with bioluminescent plankton as it hammered against Captain Lena Voss's environmental suit. She'd been tracking the distress beacon for 3 hours through the storm-lashed coastal cliffs, her scanner barely functional in the electromagnetic chaos. When she finally found the source, her breath caught. A Xylarian warrior lay trapped beneath a collapsed rock formation, her navy blue skin gleaming like polished sapphire in the lightning flashes, blonde hair plastered against her angular features. The alien's golden eyes tracked Lena's approach with a mixture of pride and pain. Human, the Xylarian spoke in accented standard, her voice melodic despite her obvious distress. I am Princess Ilara of the Deep Current clan. I require no assistance. Even as she said it, Lena could see the jagged stone pinning her leg, the violet blood seeping into the rain-soaked ground. Typical warrior pride. Lena had studied Xylarian culture during her xenanthropology training. They valued honor above survival, strength above sense. But Lena hadn't spent 6 years exploring the frontier to leave someone to die because of cultural stubbornness. Well, Princess, I'm Captain Lena Voss of the exploration vessel Meridian. And I didn't trek through this storm to have a philosophical debate, Lena said, already assessing the rock's weight and leverage points. You can file a formal complaint about my rudeness after I save your life. She saw something flicker in Ilara's eye, surprise, perhaps, or the faintest hint of amusement. Lena positioned herself, braced her boots against the slick stone, and heaved. Her suit's servos whined in protest, but the rock shifted. When I lift, you pull yourself free. Ready? Ilara nodded, her jaw set. Lena counted down and threw all her strength into the lift. The princess dragged herself clear with a hiss of pain, and Lena let the boulder drop, stumbling backward. The rain intensified, and a crack of thunder announced the storm's fury reaching its peak. There's a cave system nearby, Lena said, offering her hand. Can you walk? Ilara hesitated, staring at the outstretched hand as if it were some kind of test before accepting it. Her skin was cooler than human flesh, smooth as silk, and Lena felt an unexpected jolt of electricity at the contact. They made it to the cave just as the storm became truly apocalyptic. Sheets of rain creating a curtain across the entrance. Inside, the space was mercifully dry, lit by the faint glow of crystalline formations in the walls. Lena helped Ilara settle against the smooth stone, noting how the princess's breathing had become shallow, her pupils dilated. Your leg needs treatment, Lena said, reaching for her medkit. Ilara caught her wrist, her golden eyes intense. Wait, there is something you must know about my species during storm season. The atmospheric pressure, the electricity, it affects our biology in ways that might complicate our situation. Lena paused, her medkit half open, studying the princess's face. Ilara's navy blue skin had taken on a subtle iridescent quality, shifting with peacock hues in the crystal light of the cave. Her blonde hair, drying in waves, framed features that were simultaneously alien and captivating, high cheekbones, a delicate nose, lips slightly fuller than human norm. What kind of complications? Lena asked carefully. She'd seen enough alien biology to know that assumptions could be dangerous. Ilara's expression shifted between embarrassment and resignation. My people evolved in Xylara's storm-heavy regions. The electrical charge in the atmosphere triggers a pheromone response, a biological imperative meant to strengthen bonds during dangerous times when survival depends on unity. She gestured at the cave entrance where lightning continued to strobe. Being confined with another sentient being in such conditions, my body will produce scent markers. They are ... persuasive. You may find yourself experiencing inappropriate feelings of attraction or protectiveness. Lena felt her cheeks warm. I appreciate the warning, but I'm trained for xenocontact situations. I can maintain professional boundaries." Even as she said it, she was acutely aware of Ilara's presence, the way the princess held herself with regal bearing despite her injury. The elegant line of her neck, the intelligence burning in those golden eyes. Was that the pheromones already, or just natural attraction to someone beautiful and brave? "Let me treat your leg," Lena said, focusing on the practical dot as she cleaned and sealed the wound with biofoam. Ilara watched her with an intensity that made Lena's hands almost tremble. "You are gentle," the princess observed. "I was taught that humans were warriors, conquerors, that your kind swept through the galaxy taking what you wanted." Lena laughed softly. "Some of us are. But most of us are just trying to understand this incredible universe and find our place in it. I'm an explorer, not a soldier. Though I'll fight when I need to, like arguing with stubborn princesses who'd rather die than accept help." Ilara's lips curved into something that might have been a smile. "You are bold for someone so small." She reached out, her cool fingers brushing a strand of wet hair from Lena's face. The touch sent electricity down Lena's spine that had nothing to do with the storm outside. "In my culture, to save a warrior's life creates a debt bond. I am honor-bound to you now, Captain Lena Voss." The way she pronounced Lena's name was like music, each syllable shaped with care. "I didn't save you for a debt," Lena said, suddenly breathless. The air between them seemed charged with more than just residual storm energy. "I saved you because it was the right thing to do." Ilara's hand remained against Lena's cheek, her thumb tracing the human's jawline with curious delicacy. "Perhaps that is why the debt means so much," she whispered. Outside, the rain continued its relentless percussion, sealing them in their crystalline sanctuary. The storm showed no signs of abating as night fell over Zilara. Lena had set up her portable heater, casting a warm glow that made Ilara's skin shimmer like deep ocean water under moonlight. They'd shared ration bars, Ilara, finding the human food oddly sweet, and talked about everything from stellar navigation to childhood memories. Lena learned that Ilara was third in line for her clan's throne, trained in combat since age 5, expected to be perfect in all things. The weight of it showed in the way the princess held herself, always composed, always controlled. "What brought you to this region alone?" Lena asked, leaning back against the cave wall. Ilara was quiet for a moment, her fingers tracing patterns in the dust. "I was seeking the storm pearls, rare formations that grow only in the most violent coastal tempests. A warrior princess must prove herself worthy through deeds of courage. I thought I could retrieve them before the season's worst storms arrived." She glanced at her bandaged leg ruefully. "I miscalculated." Lena felt a surge of sympathy. "The burden of proving yourself, I understand that more than you might think. Being one of the first humans to make xenocontact in this sector, everyone watching to see if I'll confirm their prejudices or shatter them." She met Ilara's eyes. "It's exhausting, isn't it? Always having to be more than you are." Something shifted in the princess's expression, a crack in the regal facade revealing vulnerability beneath. "Yes," she breathed. "I have never met anyone who truly understood that." The pheromones had grown stronger as the hours passed. Lena couldn't deny it anymore. Every breath seemed saturated with Ilara's scent, something like ozone and night-blooming flowers, utterly intoxicating. Her skin felt hypersensitive, her awareness of the princess's every movement magnified. When Ilara shifted closer, their shoulders touching, Lena's heart raced. "The bonding scent is affecting you," Ilara said softly. "I can see it in your eyes, the way your breathing has changed. I should move away, give you distance." But she didn't move. Neither did Lena. "What if I don't want distance?" Lena heard herself ask, her voice barely above a whisper. Ilara's golden eyes widened slightly, searching Lena's face. "You don't know what you're saying." The pheromones cloud judgment, create artificial desire. Lena turned to face her fully, their faces inches apart. I'm a scientist, Alara. I know the difference between biological influence and genuine attraction. Yes, your scent is affecting me, but it's not creating something from nothing. It's amplifying what I've felt since I first saw you, brave and proud and beautiful, even trapped under a boulder. Alara's breath hitched. Lena. The way she said it was almost reverent. In my culture, to act on such feelings outside formal bonding rituals is considered improper. But you have already broken our rules by saving me, by treating me as an equal rather than a superior. Her hand found Lena's, fingers intertwining. Perhaps it is time I learned to break some rules as well. The kiss happened like the storm outside, inevitable, electric, overwhelming. Alara's lips were softer than Lena expected, cooler than human warmth, but no less passionate. The princess's hand cupped the back of Lena's neck, pulling her closer with a hunger that belied her earlier reservations. Lena's fingers tangled in blonde hair, marveling at its silken texture, at the small sound of pleasure Alara made against her mouth. When they finally broke apart, both breathing hard, Alara's eyes had darkened to molten gold. By the deep currents, Alara whispered, her forehead resting against Lena's. I have never. With anyone? Lena smiled, her thumb tracing the elegant line of Alara's jaw. Neither have I not like this. Not with someone who makes me feel like the universe just rearranged itself. She kissed the princess again, softer this time, reverent. Alara's hands explored with tentative curiosity, touching Lena's face, her shoulders. Learning the landscape of human anatomy with a scholar's focus and a lover's wonder, they moved slowly, mindful of Alara's injured leg, settling into a position where the princess could recline comfortably while Lena leaned over her. Every touch was a discovery, every kiss a revelation. Alara's skin tasted faintly of salt and something uniquely Xylarian, addictive in its strangeness. Your skin is so warm, the princess marveled, her cool palms pressed against Lena's flushed cheeks. Like captured sunlight. Lena laughed breathlessly. And yours is like touching starlight, beautiful and impossible. The intimacy between them grew beyond physical desire into something deeper. They talked between kisses, sharing fears and dreams. Alara confessed her terror of failing her clan, of never being enough. Lena admitted her loneliness among the stars, always the outsider, never quite belonging anywhere. You belong here, Alara said fiercely, pulling Lena down for another kiss. With me, in this moment. That is enough. And somehow, incredibly, it was Dot as the night deepened, they lay entwined, Lena's head resting on Alara's shoulder, listening to the dual rhythm of the princess's hearts. The storm outside had gentled to a steady rain, and the cave felt like its own universe, warm, safe, perfect. What happens when the storm ends? Lena asked quietly. She felt Alara's body tense slightly. I must return to my clan. You must return to your ship. Our peoples are not allies, barely neutral. A relationship between us would be complicated, Lena finished. Probably forbidden. Definitely difficult. Alara's arms tightened around her. Yes, all of those things. Silence stretched between them, heavy with implications. Then Lena lifted her head, meeting those golden eyes with determination. I didn't come to the frontier because I wanted easy. I came because I wanted meaningful. If you're willing to fight for this for us, then so am I. Alara's smile was like sunrise breaking over an alien ocean. Then we fight, she said simply, and sealed the promise with a kiss that tasted like forever. Dawn broke over Zilara in shades of violet and amber. The storm finally exhausted. Lena stood at the cave entrance, watching the twin suns rise over the mercurial ocean, Alara's arms wrapped around her from behind. They'd spent the night alternating between passionate kisses and deep conversations, building something neither had expected to find. "My ship will be searching for me," Lena said, leaning back into the princess's embrace. "And my guard will be looking for me," Ilara replied. "We cannot hide here forever, much as I might wish to." Lena turned in her arms, memorizing every detail of Ilara's face in the morning light, the way her navy blue skin seemed to glow, the gold flecks in her eyes, the soft curve of her smile. "So we face it together. We tell them the truth, that a human captain and his Ilarian princess found something worth fighting for in a storm cave." Ilara's expression was troubled. "My mother, the clan matriarch, will oppose this. Human-Ilarian relations are ... strained. She will say you seduced me, manipulated me." "Then we prove her wrong," Lena said firmly. "I have 3 months left on my survey mission in this sector. Give me that time. Let me court you properly by both our culture's standards. I'll learn your customs, prove my intentions are honorable. We'll build something undeniable." The determination in her voice seemed to kindle hope in Ilara's eyes. "You would do this? Risk your career, your reputation?" Lena cupped the princess's face gently. "I would risk everything for the chance at something real. These past hours with you, I've never felt more alive, more myself. If that's not worth fighting for, what is?" Ilara kissed her then, deep and thorough, pouring everything she couldn't say into the contact. When they parted, tears glimmered in her golden eyes. "Then I accept your courtship, Captain Lena Voss, and I will fight beside you, against my clan's prejudice and the weight of tradition." She pressed their foreheads together, a gesture Lena had learned meant sacred promise among her people. "We will show them that love recognizes no species boundary. That honor can be found in following one's heart." As they gathered their things and prepared to face the world outside their sanctuary, Lena activated her communicator. Her first officer's relieved voice crackled through. "Captain, we've been searching all night. Are you injured?" Lena glanced at Ilara, who stood tall and proud despite her bandaged leg, blonde hair catching the morning light like a warrior queen from ancient legends. "Negative. I'm uninjured. But I have made first contact with Princess Ilara of the Deep Current clan." She reached out, taking the princess's hand. "And I'm requesting an extension of our survey mission. I have a feeling this sector just became a lot more interesting." Ilara's answering smile was radiant, and as they stepped out of the cave together into the new day, Lena knew that whatever challenges lay ahead, they would face them as they'd faced the storm together, unbowed and already halfway to forever, the end.